These are some Dinar Guru updates, starting off with Mountain Goat. Mountain Goat says we had some wow news this week with the inauguration of Ali Alak as the director of the central bank once again. No, he is absolutely not in proxy position. We must stop for a moment and ask the significance of this move by al-Sudani to appoint Ali Alak back as director. He was very ambitious and wanted to bring back the prestige of the dinar. I believe we can expect the same sort of communication about where we stand with the project to delete the zeros and any move to go international. This will probably take place in a week or two. Frank26 article quote, al-Sudani acknowledges the existence of a rise in prices and says that the window for selling the currency distorted the financial and banking systems. Distorted because they depegged and are preparing to float internationally. Quote, al-Sudani said there is a rise in prices as a result of fluctuation in the exchange rate of the dollar, but overall our financial situation is the best since 2003. Claire article quote, al-Sudani acknowledges the existence of a rise in prices and says the window for selling the currency distorted the financial and banking systems. Quote, one of these files will be dealt with the U.S. Federal Bank and the Treasury Department to find out repercussions of applying the standards set by the U.S. Treasury in a way that guarantees the desired goal from all sides. All right, Caparoni says, be assured nothing is happening with the dinar until Iraq diversifies their economy. And Mark Z via PDK, the news is pretty quiet, which is totally what we expected overnight. There are, however, many more confirmations of what their target is. Their goal is the crossover between the 31st and the 1st, Tuesday night into Wednesday. The chatter is still remaining overwhelming. It's exciting and it is close. I feel pretty confident we're at the finish line. Right now, I am 90% sure we will wake up to it on the 1st in a whole different world. At this point, I am not expecting a float. Everything I am seeing right now points to a set, stable, measure change in values. Hennig article quote, after a 3-year hiatus, the resumption of freight traffic between Iraq and Syria. Sandy Ingram question, is the IQD a good investment? Sandy says the answer to this is yes, except for people are scamming people by selling the Iraqi dinar for higher rates and changing rates of the 20% extra to purchase the dinar. RV already says, I think we may be up to bat on Monday and finish line is coming up. Hennig article quote, trade is likely to reach the wheat crop to 5 million tons. Quote, the Ministry of Agriculture hinted at the possibility of Iraq reaching the stage of self-sufficiency in wheat in 2023 due to the expected amounts of rain, and that if things go according to plan and with the expected amounts of rain, we will reach self-sufficiency in the wheat crop, which represents the first food security for the country, he said. Nader from the Mideast says Iraq soon would be not dependent on only oil. They have a lot of things working on tourism, business, import, export, and that is good news. Frank26 Iraq boots on the ground report, Firefly, the USA is helping with farming here in Iraq to diversify us more than just oil. All right, Hennig article quote, Iraq gets about $100 million annually from aircraft crossing its airspace. Quote, the rate of aircraft passing through Iraqi airspace is about 600 aircraft per day. And according to the plan set, this number is scheduled to increase in the coming period due to the strategic location that Iraq enjoys, which makes it an important transit area for all international airlines, and that the company is now working on expanding the scope of its work by modernizing the Iraqi airspace and opening new air corridors with all neighboring countries. And lastly, Mountain Goat article quote, the overthrow of speculators on the street gives the central bank a week to save the dinar, unquote. Mountain Goat says these dinar rates at even 1166, 1450, etc. are not acceptable. The true rate is being suppressed. There's a difference between the wording of value and rate. The value of the dinar never left the dinar since it is based on the oil they are pumping. In fact, they are pumping almost 2/3 more since Saddam Hussein's day. Plus, there is a huge CBI reserve, $100 billion plus, and almost 38-ton stockpile of gold. So to think they have to rehabilitate and grow their economy first to RV to the rate we are looking for is very, very foolish. The rate does not reflect the true value. Yes, if they grow their economy to greater heights, the value and thus the rate should then reflect the increase and go even higher.